There we go, guys. Should I turn on my light? Oh, I've never seen this intro. How did the public not get infected though? Or the spectators? How did that come out of that guy? The fuck? What is life?
That is dope as F.
Oh no, man. Five consecutive headshots. Hold on, I want to see what you said. Hold on. I didn't think anybody was gonna watch, so. Thank you for watching, appreciate that. Oh, that is dope as fuck. I know, right? How the fuck did he even come out that body, though? That's what I'm wondering.
This is where I will exact vengeance upon your flesh when I am free. And I will be free.
Oh no, it's kind of weird of him saying that, because like in Voyage of Despair, his like head started glowing like it was an extra eye. So I feel like this Bruno isn't actually Bruno. It's kind of crazy that he says that. Damn, I didn't know those were 4 left. I would have never used my special ability. Damn. I knew there was symbols in the fire. Right there. I just wasn't sure.
This is mine. Here comes trouble.
How do you know the whole map? Did you watch a video about it?
Not, and I've been playing. I kind of know what to do. I played this with Walter, I just haven't live streamed.
Okay.
So yeah, I kind of know. I don't know how to fucking get the Wonder Weapon though. I don't know. Walter does that. I don't know how to do that. Fuck. I'm about to fucking die already.
I have to shoot. Clearly, I am still paying for this crime.
Wait, what did they throw?
This sacred tree must be respected. Others around is it terror. However much they may be so.
Let's see, little kid still here. It reeks of the hubris of a man like Diego's people, only far worse. Son of a bitch, I forgot that shit happened. How do I get the skull? Fuck, it's already all the way up. Hold on, let me look it up real quick. I'm gonna look at the locations now. That's it. I don't need to hear it. Zombies are annoying. It's kind of frustrating. I'm just gonna keep looking at the video. Fuck it.
Whoever made this was a true master.
It's kind of annoying. Okay, upstairs, right underneath this thingy. Okay, it's not there. See, I'll the video paused real quick. Right there. What's this call for? I don't even remember. I wonder if it shows me what to do with it. Is it for this?
I was never good at building things. Breaking them, we...
How do you build a fucking acid trap? Alright, hold on. I do not know how to play this game, so... Well, this map. Oh my god, commercials be annoying. Hold on. There we go.
Mr. Waffles here. This is a no-nonsense guide for you to get the Death of Orion Wonder Weapon, upgradable to the Circuit's Kiss in the map 9 in Black Ops 4 Zombies. To begin with, I highly recommend taking the advice that my buddy Codename Pizza gives, which is that really, you should stay in the spawn for the first couple of rounds of your game and do the first 3 medallion challenges accessible by knifing ropes around the arena. The reason for this is that it's going to give you a pack-a-punched Z Harmony pistol, and that's just going to make your life a lot easier as you go through all of the steps. It's generally just a good idea to do those challenges. To kick those challenges off, you need to go to get a certain number of equipment kills, or knife kills, or consecutive headshots.
Okay, cool, that's what I'm
in
here
the
for.
Z Harmony. Once you've done those 3 challenges as well, you'll be able to pick up a pot from the center of the arena. It will be lying on this kind of podium here. You definitely need to grab that as well. If it hasn't spawned in yet, make sure that you've got good crowd affinity. That's the green hand in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, and you can get that by challenges. One quick note here is that if you get anything mentioning the Brazen Bull in those first 3 challenges, then so build the shield anyway. I've got a guide for corners of the map. So we're going to start off with Ra, get the champion to spawn in, kill them, get an If you can't figure out how to get in there, just run into the trap, which we'll need later on, which we're going to pick up. One of them is a metal chain. To get this one, face the Pack-a-Punch, the front of the Pack-a-Punch itself, and take a sharp left. Then, hook around the corner and you should see the metal chain hanging over one of the flaming torches. The other part we're going to need is a wooden cog. To get this one, from where we just were, go diagonally across the room to the other side, and you should find the cog underneath one of these metal braziers.
I missed that.
In the corner, and you can pick it up by, again, just holding square. Once Pack-a-Punch is opened, our job is going to be to shoot over an urn of fire. To do this, come to this kind of metal grid window thing between the Ra and Danu temples, but staying underground. You'll see that there's a pot down this corridor that's on fire, and you're going to want to shoot that a couple of times with your Pack-a-Punched Zed Harmony. It should fall over, and you'll then see fire beginning to swirl up and into the air in that little corridor that you've just been looking down. This is a sign that you've done the step correctly and you're ready to move on. One thing worth noting is if you don't have a Pack-a-Punch weapon, you can also use a frag grenade to knock down the fire. Go above ground now between the Ra and Danu temples. We specifically want the bridge between those two.
I'm learning along the way, sorry guys. What does that mean?
Temples, head onto there and look down towards the central arena of the map, and then down a little bit further, and you should see a fiery symbol, which is actually an arrow. It's going to be pointing towards one of the 4 god temples on the map. In my case, as you can see here, the arrow is pointing towards the Zeus temple. The reason we need to pay attention to this arrow is that...
Oh, so mine's pointing towards Odin. I think that's Odin.
It's going to tell us the location of a head, which we need to pick up. It'll go into our inventory, and we'll then be melting it a little bit later in this guide. Pretty wacky stuff. I'm going to show you all 4 spawn locations for the head, because there's obviously one in each god temple, but you should only have one of them in your game. Just follow the arrow and you'll be fine. For Danu, run 2 levels down from the top level of the temple, and once you get in there and you get to the bottom of the stairs, pretty much straight away in front of you, you should see a little black rock. That's actually the head, so you can go ahead and grab it. It will just be floating in the water right in front of you when you exit those stairs. For the Ra temple, you're going to look in one of a few fire pits. It's on the level of the temple that contains the Bowie knife, so you should have the Bowie knife to your right hand side. There'll be fire pits right in front of you, as you can see in this gameplay here, and you'll then be able to just run over to that head once again, hold square, and pick it up. For Odin, we're going to be starting in the pit area of the map and running up towards his temple, and as we do so, you'll come across a big cauldron. If you look down, you should, at the base of the cauldron, somewhere around its edge, see the head just right there at the base of the cauldron. For Zeus, if you run down from the top of the temple to the room with the red bath, that bath of blood, once you're between the spawn area of the map and the Ra temple, you're going to be able to craft the acid trap here because of the fact that we picked up those 3 parts for it earlier in the game. That was the wooden cog, the metal chain, and the pot. Once the trap's built, you're going to place the head that you've just picked up down below the trap itself on this metal grate. Turn on the trap and the acid will fall onto the head and it will get melted. When the trap has finished, you're going to want to go back over to it and you should see that the head has melted away into a scorpion which you can pick up. We're not quite at the end of the Easter egg here, but we're very nearly there. Once the Scorpion's been picked up, come to the central arena of the map and make sure you've got glowing green crowd affinity. Now I know I've already mentioned this, but I'm going to go into extra detail now just because I know some people are going to struggle with this step and I want to make sure that everyone has a fair chance of getting the Death of Orion. Positive crowd affinity, that's turning the hand in the bottom left from a thumbs down into a very strong glowing sort of sparking thumbs up, can be done in the following way. You need to get a lot of kills. Using your specialist weapon is really good for this. Grabbing power-ups also helps. Using that's a way to make the crowd unhappy.
But this is when you get the cup. Yeah, I know what to do now. That's when we get the cup. I know what to do next. We're fine. I just needed to know how to get the fucking spoon thingy. Scorpion. Oh, I forgot about the temple. Shit. I'll do that later, I think. I'll get my scorpion gun first. I could get my infinity down there too. Close to find it. I don't want to risk it. Oh fuck. It's hurting me. Oh, I knew I was gonna get that. Fuck. Hold on, guys, hold on. There we go. Damn it, I didn't get him. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Why was I stuck there? Can you not walk backwards and aim or what? Fuck. How did he not die? I'm actually supposed to be at the end of this round. Should I go now? That's right here. There. And I'll just come back next round. Or by the end of this round, I think. I'll come back by the end of this round. Can I do it? I don't know. I think I can.
Should I do the Easter egg? I feel like I should. I low-key want to do it. I don't know why. Let me look up how to do the Easter egg, guys. I don't know. I kind of want to do it. Right, this is 9x Easter egg. There we go. It's a commercial, guys. I have to wait for it to go. I'm gonna see what I have done. I have the skeleton now. I think I could grind it.
No-nonsense guide to complete the Easter egg in IX, also known as 9. The very first thing you're going to want to do in your game is start your challenges. You're going to want to make sure that everyone in your game at least starts some challenges by knifing those ropes. You'll then have a challenge pop up in the left-hand side of your screen. You need to try and complete 3 challenges as soon as possible. That's going to be your first kind of objective in your game, and you'll also want to start working on Pack-a-Punch as soon as possible. The reason you want to do those challenges is that after the 3rd challenge is complete, and any player can do this, it just has to be their challenges, you're going to get a ball spawn in that central podium. You can pick that up and we'll be using it later. You'll also get a weapon from your 3rd challenge, which is a Pack-a-Punch pistol, and this means that you can basically jump into doing those Pack-a-Punch challenges super duper early. The Pack-a-Punch challenges are as they are in any standard game. I have a guide for it on my channel if you don't know how to pap, but essentially you just need to hold square on all the gongs in the 4 god arenas and summon the champions. I also highly recommend the up and is green, or a thumbs down and is red. What I suggest you do is try your best to maintain your positive affinity from killing the champions and use that to springboard you to max affinity when you get to that point in the egg in a moment. You can make sure you maintain positive affinity by doing things like avoiding getting hit by the fire in spawn, that's important, trying to not take any damage, killing champions, getting kills with your special weapon, getting kills with traps, all sorts of things like that, and especially getting revives. That's a really useful one. So if you're in co-op, only one of you is going to need positive affinity, and so you can just revive your teammate a bunch, get that max affinity, and then you'll be able to build the Death of Orion without too much hassle. It's basically just the step specifically where they throw something into the center of the arena, and you need to be on max glowing affinity for a full round. It needs to be the sparking green one for a full round, and so just getting to that point can be a little tricky unless you conserve those champions' affinity. Last comment about affinity, don't go in the fire, it ruins your affinity. Okay, enough about the Death of Orion. I'm telling you that you need to build that, so as soon as the Pack-a-Punch is opened, that is your job. Start building the Death of Orion. Like I said before, there'll be extra info as well down below, and all my guides are linked below too. While you're working on building the Death of Orion, you're going to want to wait until you get a gladiator zombie, and the gladiator needs to throw his axe through one of the burning for 2 to 3 full rounds. So it could be that you put it in there on round 12. Once your Death of Orion steps are done, you're going to want to actually get negative affinity. Yep, we're going right back the other way and getting a red thumbs down now. Now you can do this really easily by taking damage from the fire in the arena. That is a perfect way to lower your affinity. You can also do it by throwing grenades at the crowd, generally getting hit by things, by zombies, stuff like that. Going down also does it as well. So have someone in your game get negative affinity. And I want to be clear here. For the Circuit's Kiss, one person can do that, and then it will be in the box for your team. And similarly, for this, you only need one person to have negative affinity for what we're currently doing. Once someone has that negative affinity, they should start getting items from the crowd.
Haz el ficha Burki en 4 líneas por solo $25 al mes por línea con gigas sin límite en cada línea.
So go to the arena and the crowd will start throwing things at you. But instead of a power-up, it's gonna be poop. That's right, they chuck some poop your way and you need to run through it holding square. You'll grab the poop, you might lose some points from it because the crowd aren't happy with you, but you've now got the poop, and we then only need one other piece to be able to keep going with what we're doing here. That other piece is a skull, and to get it, you need to go into the main temple area where the Pack-a-Punch is, and look for a particular skull in there that's gonna have a blue icon on the right there on one of those skulls, or it can be on this stone pillar in the kind of middle area. Then going up the stairs, it can be on the side of this wall just here, quite near the stairs, or it can be a little further away from the stairs as well. Then the same pattern is basically repeated on the other side of the room. So those skulls in the middle there, you can have it spawn there, and you can have it spawn under both of these gold symbols, or you can have it spawn up the stairs, and that's where it ended up being in my game. Remember, there's one spawn further along the wall, it could be right next to the door on the right-hand side even, or it's just here, as you can see in my game, with that blue symbol on its forehead. Now, to pick this thing up, we're going to just pop our specialist weapon. Walk right up to it, pop your specialist weapon out, and it should fall onto the floor, maybe hold square if it hasn't already done it. Maybe get your specialist weapon up to level 3 if it doesn't work for you the first time, but as you can see here, it worked for me at level 1, and then hold square to grab the skull itself and put it in your inventory. The only thing we need now is a skull grinder. There are 3 known skull grinder locations so far. I'm going to show you all of them in this gameplay, and I'm also going to mention a quick possible 4th spawn. The first is right here where it actually is in my game.
Oh, hold on. Where is it? It's not right there.
So this is a possible skull grinder location. We also have one just over here. This is another possible spawn, and we've then finally got another known spawn just over here as well. Now the 4th spawn could be on the other side of the room somewhere in that corner. It should be pretty obvious, so if it's not in the 3 spawns that I've just pointed out, check in the other corner of the room, and then check the surrounding corridors, and also check the description down below, because there's a good chance if there are further spawns, I'll just post a screenshot of it down there. Now this is the first step where you actually need the Death of Orion. It doesn't have to be upgraded, it can just be the regular Death of Orion, but you will need it. You're going to put your skull in the grinder by holding square, and then you're going to shoot with an upgraded shot specifically at the grinder 3 times. Now, in my game here, it actually bugged out a little bit, and I had to shoot it like 5 times. So if it looks like it's not behaving, then maybe shoot it a couple more times, but remember, it has to be a charged shot, and the electricity should kind of flow over the grinder like you can see here. And what it's going to do is grind the skull into a paste. In the bottom left-hand corner of the grinder itself, you can see I'm going to pick it up right here when it's done, just by holding square once again, and we then, once we have the poop, the paste, and the wood, are going to be able to mix this all together in one of the bowls in the bottom of Zeus's chambers in the red blood room. Just run over to it, hold square on there, and they should all go inside. You now need to do some more waiting for this stuff to mix together inside the bowl, and it's going to take, again, between 2 and 3 full rounds, and they should all go inside. You now need to do some more waiting for this stuff to mix together inside the bowl, and it's going to take, again, between 2 and 3 full rounds. When it's done, you'll see some smoky kind of green effect, and you'll be able to pick it up. As soon as you can pick it up, run over to Danu and place it down in the...
Do I have to do it one more time? Oh no, it's not letting me pick up the thing. I just ran around the whole map. What the fuck? Won't let me pick it up. What the fuck? Let me see.
Vengo de Sprint para que los humanos se cambien al plan ilimitado.
Cool.
Incluye hotspot móvil, los shows que te gustan con Hulu, llamadas ilimitadas a México y mucho más.
Cámbiate al plan ilimitado de Sprint. Solo $24 al mes por línea por 5 líneas. Descubre más en ilimitadoya.com.
Fucking commercials, man.
Vengo de Sprint
What
para
the
que los
fuck?
humanos se cambien al plan ilimitado.
Cool.
Incluye hotspot móvil,
Why is
los
it playing
shows que te
again?
gustan con Hulu, llamadas ilimitadas a México y...
On there, and they should all go inside. You now need to do
Wait, where
some
did he put it?
holes in the bottom of Zeus's chambers
Oh,
in the red
Zeus.
blood room. Just run over to it.
Why won't it let me pick up the fucking ash? Is it because I had this shit out? That wouldn't make sense if I had the fucking scorpion out. It wouldn't let me grab it. It's kind of done. Wait, I probably can't pick it up in a special round. I don't know, man. That wouldn't make sense either. Dead shot. What do you guys hear that fast? Do I run faster when I'm shooting? I might just have to punch those guys actually. won't let me pick him up. Let me see if it says anything about that.
Hold square on there and they should all go inside. You now need to do some more waiting for this stuff to mix together inside the bowl, and it's going to take, again, between 2 and 3 full rounds. When it's done, you'll see some smoky kind of green effect, and you'll be able to pick it up. As soon as you can pick it up, run over to Danu and place it down in the middle of her floor. You can place it, as you can see, just here. It's going to be fairly dark, but it's the patch of ground that doesn't have any water on it.
I'm
Now,
a fucking
surprise,
idiot.
surprise, you're going to have to wait another 2 to 3 rounds here for this thing to start smoking green on the floor. While you're waiting for those rounds to pass, I recommend that you and your teammates charge your special weapons up to level 3. Just level them up as much as you can. They're going to be really useful later in this guide. I also recommend that you pack-a-punch your Death of Orion into the Circuit's Kiss, because that thing is really, really useful, but you can do that a little later if you want to. And finally, you're going to need for this a pack-a-punch weapon with the Blast Furnace equivalent in this game called Firebomb. That's the repacked ability, so pack-a-punch weapon, then pack-a-punch it again until you get Firebomb in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Once your 2 to 3 rounds have passed, you should see some green smoke once again coming out of the poop on the floor in Danu's room. And at this point, you need to get a firebomb kill in the middle there, right on top of the poop. That should then kind of crack the floor and infuse some green energy into the floor. And this can be a little bit glitchy, this step, so you might need to do this for a round or 2. Keep killing on top of it. Use your special weapons in there just to make sure that you don't die, because it can get real tight. The firebomb is the key here as far as the community can tell, and that should infuse the energy into the floor when you kill a horde with firebomb on top of it. Once you do that, you'll be able to activate the first of 4 God challenges that we're going to be doing in this Easter egg. So, get your team together, make sure you've got your shields, maybe pop Aftertaste, it's just a good idea, and then all stand on top of the poop and hold square. You'll also want someone to pull out their special weapon here. That seems to be a trigger that people have been finding in their games. Square should work, but popping your special weapon is also important for some reason. It's generally just, again, a good idea to have one player do that once you have your energy in the floor. You're then going to get a white screen and you'll teleport to a blighted area which you need to purge. And to do that, you're going to shoot these red bubbles that are on the kind of tree.
Right, I'll leave that there. Now I just gotta wait for the poop to fertilize. I could level up my special weapon while I'm at that too. Oh, fuck me. I mean, what the fuck did I shoot again? I have my gobble gun. I'm not gonna blame it on the gobble. I lost 2 perks? I thought you would only lose 1. And I lost my... Oh, hell no.
Is this bitch what? It's Pack-a-Punched? I'm gonna keep it. It's freaking free Pack-a-Punched LMG. Oh, I did all the challenges? Alright, once we do that, can we start another one? That was freaking savage. The lion tried to jump on me and freaking died. Please give it to me. Please be purple. Yes! Alright, I need to put the poop down. Let it paralyze right now. Did I put it down? Oh, it's right there. Should I get the RPG? I saw a guy do it with the RPG. Just what I needed. Homunculus? Is that what it's called? Alright, so that's one round. So I'll go back by the end of the next round. Oh, it shows you how much you stuff up you have up here. That's cool. There's one other weapon pretty cool too. It's the first actually like creature that have that's one weapon. What the fuck happened there?
Did that little dude just kill that dude? Throw it, hurry. Where's the box? Oh, you son of a bitch. Is that the last one? A tiger?
What secrets do you hold, Shield?
I want to see something. Still hasn't changed.
Whatever you have it does, it will make no difference. The hungry ones are fighting always rushing in blind.
I like this gold they added to it. That gold looks nice. Wait, is this the LMG everybody talks about? The Hades? That's really good. There we go. It's gonna be kinda hard. I'm gonna keep this charged. before I ended it though. At least I got it, I guess. Oh fuck, dude, come on, please don't. Fuck, man. Why isn't it working anywhere but here? What the fuck? It's ready. Look at my perks and just fucking teleport. Come on. Took a wrong turn, fuck it. Why isn't it working? Bitch. What the fuck? How did they hit me? It's fine. So apparently my hash run is around 25 right now. I'm gonna attempt it again, and I'm gonna do the Easter eggs. Just watch. Thanks for whoever watched. I appreciate it. Love you guys. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I'm gonna do this again. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna do